Hey everyone, I'm in beautiful Boynton Beach, Florida, near West Palm Beach, and I'm gonna do the review of a 2023 Acura MDX. Now, I don't know what trim this is. I believe it's the base-ish trim, because it feels like it has some options, so I have to really check it out. But this is the very first kind of impressions review. I picked it up last night and rented it as my family and I are vacationing here in South Florida. And yeah, just overall impressions, and here it is. It is really, really sporty. Now, as you all probably know who've watched or subscribed to my channel, I have a Lexus GX460, and that's more of a body-on-frame truck-like SUV. You sit really high and have a big V8, not big, but a good-sized V8 in the front. And here, this is more of a, this is the 3.5, I'd like to say V6. I'd have to double check, but it's got about 290 horsepower. It really feels the part. It feels peppy. It feels quick. This is not the Type S where you have the turbo. I think that's twin turbo, but it's got like 355 horsepower. I would imagine that's a lot faster than this one, but this one feels really sporty. To me, the MDX is the sporty SUV, I'd call it that. I really like the design. It's better than the previous look. It doesn't have the beak anymore. It has like the new Acura corporate design, which looks really handsome. And yeah, I think overall it's a nice looking SUV. It's not, I prefer my SUVs to have body on frame, as you sit up high with a legit four-wheel drive system. This one doesn't have the super handling all-wheel drive. I think it's just front-wheel drive. Like I said, this is my raw, off-the-cuff reviews, if you want to say. This is just me kind of thinking out loud. I have to really review the spec sheet on this one, but I wanted to give you guys the first impressions, right? I drove it off from the airport last night, and yeah, it was really cool. Like I said, very roomy for me and my family. Let me open it up here. And we've got a really good sized trunk. It is a 7-seater, but we don't need the third row on the trip. We just fold it down. It has a really cavernous large cargo space, and it fit our stroller for the kids, all our luggage, and it was full, but it was really cool. Here we have a cigarette lighter style power outlet. See, on my GX460 I have the actual household plug. It's really cool. Again, power to close. The back is very spacious. I've got the back seats in here. It's got climate control here. Let me start it up. It's kind of, one thing I don't like about the dark interiors, I like the lighter beige or tan style interiors. It gives more light to the cabin. So this is the interior. Very cool. It's got, this is what I don't like. I really prefer the traditional stick, not stick shift, but an automatic, like a lever. This one is buttons, and it's really confusing. I had to get used to it. This is nice, the pop-up kind of USB-C, USB-A ports. It is wireless Apple CarPlay, which is nice. It has a wireless charging pad here. It doesn't really work well, at least on my iPhone. It has this, I actually thought this was like a shift lever, which would have been really cool to slide it back and forth to give that extra sporty kind of look, but it's just an armrest for the touchpad here. I'll get to my thoughts on the touchpad, the infotainment system in a sec, but yeah, so this is, so this is the interior. I love the sport steering wheel. I do wish it was, they're going for the sportier look, sorry. I do wish it had the flat bottom steering wheel, but yeah, let's give it a quick go. Hit the start. Really nice gauges. It's full LED screen up here. And it has all your traditional functions. It has the maps and everything. So I'm not going to go too much in detail there. Electronic parking brake is down here. I guess that kind of makes sense because usually a foot brake is over there. It has a memory seats, and let me turn off the volume here. Sorry. It has, I think it's auto up down all four. It does not have the power folding mirrors, which I gotta knock that. I mean, yeah, it's probably the base version, but you could probably do it manually, but it would really be nice to have the power folding. I know you have them in the higher trims, so it does not have that. Let me open the door here a bit. It's got a nice tone here. You can hear I'll move my camera out here. It's got a good 6-cylinder tone there. It is actually sound very sporty. I don't know if it's piped in here, but it does sound very sporty. Then it has, let me put the climate control here. It has, I believe, 3-zone climate control, because on the back here, you could probably, if you could see that, it is also, it also has controls, and you have an LED display there. You also have 2 USB-A ports and a 12-volt power outlet. So, okay, let's talk about the screen. I like the screen. This looks like a 12-inch. I have to check the specs on that, but this is what I don't like. This annoying control. I press home, right? And I'm thinking, okay, so how do I get to one of these? So I have to touch here, and as I touch, and I move my finger, you can see that it moves. And if I want to click it, you click it. So yes, it's intuitive after using it several times, but at first I'm like, well, how do you scroll then? So like, how do I go to the next screen? So I still, like, I'm trying to scroll here. Okay, I guess no, if you click and drag, you can put the icon anywhere you want. So I don't want to do that. So I don't, okay, there you go. To scroll, you have to you have to swipe it, I guess, really hard, like that, I think. Yes, you have to swipe it. It doesn't make, it's not intuitive, and then of course you click. And then when you're in Apple CarPlay, it's even worse, because Apple CarPlay is more of a touch style, so I like to pinch and zoom like this, right? But I can't really, or I can't tap anything I want, so I have to use this annoying pointer, and then, you know, and try to, like, see, it's not, okay, there it is. Okay. I can go to Spotify, and, yeah, and then I have to kind of, yeah, it's just, and it's not that quick either. I assume that I could change the settings so that I can make it more sensitive, but yeah, I don't know. I'm really not liking this at all. I'm really not liking this at all. So yeah, so that's that, and then let me go back here. So that's Apple CarPlay, but the cool thing is it is wireless, so you can see my iPhone is there. It is wireless. I usually plug it in. Let me try to see if I can get it. I place it in the charging pad here. Will it charge? Yeah, see, it's not really charging. I'm trying to put my phone, yeah, it's not charging. I had to fiddle with it, it'll charge, but it's not really the best wireless charging pad. You have paddle shifters, right? You have paddle shifters here, and they work okay. But yeah, I mean, it's an automatic transmission. In automatics, what I usually do, I don't care if it's dual clutch or just the torque converter style automatic, it doesn't matter. I'll just leave the computer to figure it out. I like to shift gears in my manual transmissions, but automatics are automatics. I mean, yeah, it might help if you're towing, or you know, if you're in a tricky situation you need to get out of and you need to drop a gear, maybe that, but yeah, I don't just plan on hitting the paddles just for a drive. Yeah, other than that, everything is pretty standard. Lots of interior. The seats are pretty comfortable. So I was gonna see if it's cooled. It is not cooled. It is just, it has auto, so I guess it is just heated, because this is more of the base trim. I guess if it had cooled, it'll figure out when to cool or heat the seats. I do love this though. Check this out. Let me open this. That is a cavernous style of panoramic moonroof, and this top part opens. It also tilts up. That's really cool, really cool. That's like one of the best features. I actually wanted to rent one because I wanted to try the MDX, but I also wanted the cavernous kind of panoramic style moonroof. Let me turn it off here. I'll turn off the AC, turn this off. And when I get out, I'll show you actually, I was going to show you the back legroom, but I can't because my kid seats are there. But it is pretty cavernous. Now, the third row, I haven't put it up, but the third row, I don't think the third row is going to be cavernous, because the third row is, it looks pretty small. But anyway, let's go for a drive. All right, let's get it started. Great stuff. Okay, I am going to see if my charger will work. It is not charging, so it doesn't seem to want to do that. Maybe it's because of the case that I have. No, but this case is supposed to accept charging. What I usually do is, come on, I just plug it in, pop this guy up. This hidden thing is really cool to pop up. So let me plug it in. All right, here we go. Got a charge in there. Okay. let's go. So first thing is I gotta release the parking brake. The seat's all set up the way I want. Let me release the parking brake. I am in normal. Now there's let's see. There's a snow mode, and every time you do the mode, it changes to a graphic on the screen, which looks nice on this huge display. I'm gonna call it 12-inch. I think that's what it is, but I gotta double check. And then you can move to comfort, more luxurious ride, normal, and then sport, where everything gets all red. I find it's literally jittery in sport. Like the transmission is like it's like trying to compensate for something. I don't know, like for lack of a manual, haha. I'm kidding. Not a jab automatic transmission. This one is pretty nice, but I don't know, it's just really sharp and obtrusive. It's uncomfortable, so I just usually leave it in sport. I do like the quick shifts. I leave it in normal, and then when you press the button, you can also customize your own mode, but I'm gonna leave it in normal for now. And after that, what I do is I turn off this really annoying start-stop system, okay, because it just sits there and then suddenly just shuts off. And then when it starts up, it feels pretty violent to me. It's like I don't want that. So and I don't know how much it really saves my gas mileage, maybe 1 mile per gallon. I'm not sure. I'm just saying, this is my speculation, but just for the driving experience alone, I turn it off. I wish I would remember, because I have to do it all the time. This is like startup procedure. And now I move to this annoying gear shift. I'm just used to, in my GX460, to move it to reverse and drive. So now I gotta push this button here, and it has a pretty nice view. Thought the bug was in here. Okay, bug's outside. It has a pretty nice view. I can choose different modes. There's a night day mode. Oh, okay, cool. There is I don't know what that button does. Let's see. Okay, another one gives you like an overhead view. This one gives you more of a fisheye lens, I guess. Yeah, but I'll keep the standard view. It doesn't have front cameras here, but maybe it has it in the higher versions. I'm not sure. All right, let's get it going. I could change the drive. Okay, so there's a drive mode, and then there's the drive gear select. You push it again, and it goes. Okay, let me push drive. So it goes to drive, right? I can go back up here, the driveway, and if I hit this again, it becomes sport, and then of course you can paddle shift, but I just leave it on drive. I don't know, I want to save gas. Now as I'm driving around here,
at the next stop sign,
a little bit of a tire
take a
chirp.
slight right turn.
I mean, this is front wheel drive, I think. There's no all wheel drive here. It's got lots of good pep. It's got acceleration, and it's got a great engine tone here. Like if I floor it this little bit here, it's pretty good. I don't know what the 0 to 60 time is, but
it does. Right turn onto South Military Trail.
It does give a good sporty experience. The steering wheel, however, is numb. I can put it to sport mode. It does weight the steering a little bit, but I feel like my GX460, being a truck, has a body-on-frame truck, has more direct feel of steering. I don't know why. I don't think that's hydraulic steering either. I think that's, well, I could be wrong. I want to go and double check if my GX460, if you know, if
turn
the Lexus
left onto Gateway Boulevard.
Sorry, this is kind of loud. Now, if you guys do know that if the Lexus GX460 has power assisted steering, not power assisted, sorry, electric steering versus hydraulic, let me know. I think it's electric, but it has a really good feel, so I don't know. This is so numb. It's like a PlayStation controller. Okay, to put it into perspective, maybe this is not a fair comparison, but my Corvette Z06 has electric steer. Electric, again, I go by this. Electric assisted steering. It's not hydraulic, but even in the non-track or sport modes, it feels more direct. Of course, in the sport and track modes, it feels really good, but the steering feel. But again, that's a track or sport built car, so sorry about that. Somebody just cut through lanes here, really crazy, without even turning their signals on. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So it feels much better.
At Jamaica Bay Drive.
My Z06, but then again, it's purpose-built for that. This one, I don't know. I've read somewhere that somebody said online that if you turn it to sport mode, what it does is it cuts off the power steering at a certain point. to give it more of a manual steering feel. So I guess that's that, but still, I don't know. It's pretty vague. Like, look at the play here. It's not confidence inspiring. Now, maybe the Type S version is, but I don't know. I haven't driven that. I'd like to drive that though, to see, but anyway. But this is a great car for families. Lots of room in the back. My kids love it. My wife doesn't like it because of the fact she likes to sit higher, so, and I do too, so that's why she misses our GX460. I think this has more cargo room and possibly more rear second row leg room than my GX460. Possibly because that is a body on frame vehicle, and the crossovers like this, unibody vehicles, I've read that has more interior room. So yeah, but yeah, lots of room in the back. There's a seventh seat, sorry. Well, it is 7-seater, but third row. Wow, it is very busy. I'm trying to make a U-turn here. Very busy. All right, there we go. Turning radius is pretty good. See, it's still very shaky. Like, I don't understand why. It's not confidence inspiring. Maybe the SH all-wheel drive versions will work better, but it's just not confidence inspiring to me. The the brakes are good, but it's very like sensitive, so I can, you know, hit it hard very easily by pushing too much. It's not as linear as my GX460. Again, I'm comparing it to my GX460s because that's the SUV that we own. Maybe it's not that fair of a comparison because that's a body on frame truck, where this is just a unibody crossover. But I don't know, it's just both are family vehicles. Both are, I can't say lifted here, but slightly higher off the ground. Okay, I'm gonna give it some pep here. Adaptive cruise control is very good. I tried it last night, especially at night. You know, it was nice. People cut in front of me, and then this thing slowed down. It was really good. I did have my foot hovering over the brake because, you know, I didn't trust it, but it felt weird. It's like almost like a robot leg was, or invisible leg rather, was pushing this pedal, because the pedal got pressed and depressed automatically as the radar cruise control needed it. So that was pretty cool. The lane departure, lane assist feature is good. It does vibrate the steering wheel a little bit if you get out of your lane. It does also turn the steering wheel. Okay, I think I have to do a little bit, change lane here. It does turn the steering wheel ever so slightly. It guides you. I mean, you have to have your hands on the wheel, but it does do some sort of autonomous driving. I gotta say, I say that very, very lightly. It's, you know, your hands are still within the wheel, and the wheel will guide you across according to the lanes. Even when you're turning pretty sharp, it does guide you, so that's pretty cool. I also noticed that on my RX 350 review I did. Not the new generation, the one before also did that, so that's cool. Yeah, these are features I don't have in my GX460, unfortunately. I don't have any kind of lane assist or any kind of, I don't even have radar cruise control. I know it was available in the year, mine's a 2017, but you had to have like some extra road driving autonomous pack, or I can't remember what it was called, but you had to have that, and it was a rare option. Now, I mean, the 2023 GX also has it, and then of course the new one, the 2024 that is just coming out soon, has it as well. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I said this in my review of my, not my review, but one of my driving videos in my Z06, that it's kind of something that I'm not one for all these autonomous features. I find them intrusive. I feel like you should be a good driver and you should be alert and always paying attention to the road, but it does help to have it. But sometimes some of these systems can be so intrusive, like if you're getting too close to a wall, you should know because you're looking at the wall. And also the beeping is, I'm okay with the radar beeping. My GX460 does have the beeping. It beeps you, the proximity sensor. It does have that, right? It has a proximity sensor. It has what do you call, rear cross traffic alert and a backup cam, but that's about it, and blind spot monitoring, but that's about it. So but with that should be more than enough. I mean, because some of these systems, you're not even that close to hit it, but it just like boom, it shudders you, and you're like, whoa, it just happened, and then it just stops. So I mean, it's really intrusive. I mean, what I would really like is, yes, radar cruise control is really nice, because you can set that and you can let the car kind of decide. Of course, you should be aware, hands should be ready, feet should be ready, but you know, it's nice to have on the long cruises. The lane, what do you call it, the lane turn assist, that's nice to have, especially, you know, on long roads. You can just keep your hands on the steering wheel, and the wheel will turn accordingly, but you can course correct if you want. That's okay, but that's where it ends for me. I don't want any more than that. I find them intrusive. I'm definitely wary of autopilot and things like that. I would like to try the GM's Super Cruise though. That seems pretty cool. I'd like to try that on like a Yukon Denali or something like that. That seems pretty cool. But still, I mean, I'm kind of old school that way. I mean, I still prefer manual transmissions. How many people really want manual transmissions anymore? I do. I love an automatic. And here's another thing. When it comes to automatics, I like the old-fashioned lock-up torque converter style automatics, not a CVT. Those are just, yeah, they may be good on fuel economy. I'm just ranting now, but they're just annoying and droning and boring. And I definitely don't want the stepped fake gears in a CVT that, I don't know, certain automakers try to do. Dual clutch, I don't know, yeah, it shifts fast, but it's still an automatic to me. I mean, an SUV, I love the tried and true 6-speed automatic transmission in my GX460. It's really nice. I love, you know, I love that kind of transmission. And of course, otherwise, if you want to shift gears, buy a manual transmission. Learn how to drive a manual transmission. If you can drive a manual, that's the way to go if you want to shift gears. I mean, yes, you can do the paddle shifting thing, but it's not my cup of tea. I don't really want that. So this concludes my driving impressions. I think this is a very, very nice SUV to, well, I call it a crossover to have. It's luxurious. It's an Acura, so this is like Honda's version of Lexus, I guess. What Lexus is to Toyota, Acura is to Honda, is what I'm trying to say. So that's pretty cool. I think it's really nice. See, I'm still reaching for a gear. This button thing is so weird. Why do automakers do this? Why can't they just put a lever? It's just simple. Why make it complex? Anyway, so this is yeah, this is a nice car to have. It's a nice car to own. The handling is pretty good. It's very spacious for a family of 5 or even more, I would say. It's very spacious. I like it. Lots of cargo room, especially with the third row folded. What I don't like is the oh, sorry, I also like the powertrain. It's very nice. I can't remember if this is an 8-speed or 10-speed, probably a 10-speed automatic. I have to double check on that, but it shifts smooth. It shifts, well, no, it shifts smooth on regular driving mode, but on sport, it's very jittery. I wouldn't put it in sport mode. I'd probably get a super handling all-wheel drive, because I heard great things about that. The Type S with this turbocharged engine would probably also do better. I think this is where I would, if I were to buy this car, I would probably buy the Type S. Just because when I buy cars, I like to keep them for a long time, and then I buy the best version, and then I enjoy it for a long time. Long time is like 5 to 7 years or more. And I'm trying to park here. See, it doesn't have the front parking sensors or camera, so it's hard to know where you're parking. So anyway, let's put it in park. Gotta put the, wait, I think I gotta press it. Yeah, okay, there we go. Got the the foot brake or handbrake on, e-brake. Yeah, this is a great car. I think for families, if you don't want a body on frame truck, if you don't want, you know, like a true 4-wheel drive with 4 high 4 low, crawl control, those kind of, you can do off-road, on-road like my GX does. You just want to go long distances, you want to be comfortable, you want something that looks good, looks handsome, has a good design to it, has lots of tech, you know, especially in different features. Oh, this also has the telescopic automatic, power telescopic. I like that. So things like that. Oh, it has automatic high beams and, sorry, automatic low beams and high beams, which are really nice. That one is pretty cool. So things like that. It's a lot of creature comforts, rear climate control, all this kind of stuff. USB-C, USB-A ports everywhere. Front and back. So it's a really nice car. I think the price point, I haven't looked in these. I'm gonna go and check it out after this driving video, but I'm assuming it's somewhere in the high 50s to 70, low 70s maybe. That's what I'm thinking the price range is, somewhere in there. It's not a cheap vehicle by any means. I mean, this is the luxury version of a Honda Pilot, I guess. It's not a Honda Pilot, so that would be cheaper. But again, this is a really good car. I don't know, Honda has had a good, in the past anyway, has a good track record for reliability. Second to Toyota. But now I'm not sure. I was a Honda fanboy back in the day when I had an Integra Type R. But now, you know, it's Toyota for me when it comes to SUVs. Yeah, I'm assuming the reliability factor is there. If you all have an MDX that owned it for a long time, at least the newer versions, these, I don't know when they came out. These came out pretty recently, I think. New, so maybe like a year or two at the most. Let me know in the comments how it's been treating you. But yeah, so great car. I personally wouldn't buy it. I'm a person that likes body on frame, true SUVs. But you know, this is really, this is a sporty version. It feels very, I don't want to say nimble. It handles pretty well, but there are, I don't know, there are iffy parts there, like the PlayStation-like steering. I don't like this no feedback or very minimal feedback. Even with sport mode, it just feels weird. There's some jitteriness, like I demoed earlier when I was driving. Other than that, it handles pretty well. Yeah, but that's about it. All right, have a blessed day, and have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Take care.